There's a lot of happiness on offer in May 2021 coming our way, but are we ready to receive it? There's a lot of reflection, review, and updating our understanding of stability and opening to creation, spontaneity, and passion. Hi, I'm Christa Westaway, reader and teacher of the tarot, and a guest author of weekly horoscopes at Wemystic.com. Today I'm here to channel a loving message for May 2021 using the tarot. Our card for May 2021 is the Three of Cups in reverse. Just knowing the astrology for May, we're in for big changes with our relationships, with our self-worth and understanding and coming to believe in ourselves. And it's the beginning of a process. So that when we first are getting in tune with what brings us joy, connection with others, we're first going to need to review the past. And we are going to want to look underneath. What I mean by looking underneath is kind of digging around and getting to the bottom of who we connect with, why we connect with them. Connection's been really challenging for many people who are in isolation, in quarantine. Reconnecting with others can also be challenging because there can be some anxiety around it. I think friendships and relationships have changed a lot in the last year or so. And so many people are discovering that the people that they were connecting with, maybe a year ago, they don't really either have anything in common with them, or their values have shifted, or maybe even they're seeing a different future for themselves. And the people that were in the past are no longer bringing them the kind of joy that's going to propel them forward into a more hopeful, supportive, joyful future. There's a big divide going on politically. People are struggling to release old habits and people out of their lives. And the universe is so loving and so supportive for us that it's always trying to find, always trying to give us opportunities to make choices that are going to be in our best alignment and to show us how powerful and how loved and special we are. So I think May is no different, but there's work to do in May. And I do feel like the work is, it's very individual, it's very personal, and no one else can really help us with that work besides, our coaches, our therapists, our counselors, our spiritual mentors, people that are close to us in that way. But really the choices and decisions are our own. Some of the things that are brewing underneath our disconnection or our desire for friendships, new friendships, or in releasing old friendships, something that's brewing underneath is this need to be really honest, to not shy away from confrontation, to not avoid what needs to be said, to not bury the truth, repress the truth. Another one is we might not be saying the whole truth. We might be saying what we're comfortable with, but it's not really getting at the root of what we know of ourselves or of what we know of other people. So what we're really looking for is to be refreshed emotionally, to open our hearts and to communicate. But we can struggle with that communication because we might not know what words to use, or we might be learning how to communicate emotionally, how to emote what it is that we need to say. For a select few of people, I am getting the message that You know information about somebody or people or a community in your life. You know something, but you aren't communicating that. And instead you're distancing yourself, or it can actually involve game playing as well. Like it can involve a tit for tat or a not saying the whole truth, but like leaving someone else with the work of figuring out what it is that you're trying to say or what it is that you know. And I want to really encourage you, if this is you or whatever side you're on of that, to really confront that and be direct about what it is that you need someone else to know to make the changes. So an example of this would be, if there's a relationship that's ending, but somebody isn't just ending it and isn't just saying what they need to say, they're sort of letting it drag on and they're giving little bits and pieces here and there that they're unhappy. This is the time in May. Get your courage together, connect with your soul, ground yourself, find that peace within you to support what it is that you need. And if you need to let go of somebody, it is more loving and generous for you to speak the truth than it is to let them try and figure it out themselves. So we all need to be mindful of that. Another thing is, if you're on the other end of that and you're not getting the full truth, and you feel and you sense that you're not getting the full truth, and it might even be leading you to do like investigative work or like over analyzing in a way that is not your highest and best self. It's not allowing you to use your energy in ways that promote your highest good, that secure and support your growth, your most mature self. Well, it's time to really ask those direct questions or make the decision. Make the decision to do what feels right for you. If someone is keeping you at arm's distance, it might be time for you to walk away and let that go. This is all about getting at the truth of our emotions and really letting each other know where we're at. That's what's going to bring the connection. It feels like we'll be pushing people away. And for some of us, we will be. We will be pushing people away because we're done with that chapter of our lives, or we're done learning in that relationship. But what will happen is that we get to bring in new relationships that take us to the next place that we need to go and help us develop new skills and help us love ourselves even more deeply. So we need that courage to be able to be honest and truthful, and this is going to bring more fulfilling connection. Rather than having to juggle two different lifestyles or two different lives, rather than having to juggle, take joy from this space to give to this space over here, or holding on to everything and we're toppling over. This is where we get to be in more flow by just being open, and not just open in our hearts. That's the first place that needs to be open, but then our throat chakras, our words. We need to use our words from our hearts to say the truth. Okay, so this is going to be like putting on our big boy pants, and moving us into a deeper, more exciting, spontaneous, creative journey. What we're leaving behind in May is this kind of outdated idea of stability, that we need to be reliable for people in our lives and that they must be reliable for us. Now, being reliable is healthy. That's good. What I'm saying is an old version or an old understanding of what reliable is. To believe that someone is not going to change or grow or outgrow something, that somebody will always have the resources, energy, time to contribute to a kind of connection that we've always had. That's not likely after May. So what May is about is understanding that true partnership is about, or friendship, connection with other people is really about being more fluid, not being so stuck on, you said you were going to, do this or that, or owing each other things. Like, we need to owe each other. Or you're always going to take care of me, or, we need to be able to fluidly move into different roles in our relationships and connections with people. We're going to need to listen to their needs and to where they're going, and be sort of grateful to have had the energy the way it was in our lives, because it's brought us to this moment where we're ready for upgrades in our connections. What we're going to gain, besides understanding what truly connects us to other people and what we need in connection, because many people are going to find in May, I feel, they're going to kind of start digging around at the root of kind of unhappiness or loneliness, not feeling support. So many people feel unsupported, but what they don't realize is how they're setting up blocks for themselves to not be supported. Okay, so this is like self-sabotage, or I don't really like that phrase, but it's like looking at me first. In what ways am I trying to connect with an emotionally unavailable person? In what ways am I trying to hold back and repress what I need so that I can maintain this reliability, or this, sense of dependability in my relationships? May is not going to let us get away with that anymore. So what we get to move into, though, is releasing this busyness that, Aries season brought us a lot of busyness, a lot of moving, a lot of decisions, a lot of energy, motivation. We were driven. May seems to be kind of narrowing down how we want to use our energy, focusing in on the communities that are solidly invitational. They're inviting us to join them. When we invite them, they say yes. Okay, so think of this, it's kind of like a portal opening, like this opening of yes. It feels good, it's easy. It celebrates the moment, not who you were before, not where you're going in the future, but this celebration of right now. You're so worthy, you're so fun to be with, you're I just want to be around your energy. And there's the expectation of where we're going is less heavy, and the expectation of who we were in the past is less heavy. This is really about going with the moment, and in that kind of energy, we're able to create all kinds of opportunities for ourselves and to connect with new people. So this is a really exciting energy for May, but there's work involved, and that work is getting really honest and truthful, and then going where that yes, where yes brings us, and the invitations of feeling good. We want to feel good. We don't need to hold on and be dependable for things that are dragging and weighing us down anymore. So I hope that was helpful for you, and I would suggest taking the 3 of Cups and, finding a photo of it that you like on the internet, or finding a card of yours in a deck that really inspires and speaks to you, and keeping that beside you in the month of May to remind you of the overall gift of connection. When one thing goes out, or when one connection is finished, there's other connections that want to come in and really re-inspire and ignite us. Thank you for being here and for watching this video. Your energy matters. Don't forget to check out your weekly horoscope every Monday at Wemystic.com. Happy May, everybody. See you soon.